Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Man channel. Hope you're all doing good and well. So, I'm joined by a very special guest today. I'm joined by the amazing and talented Courtney Cox of the Burning Witches. So, how are you today, Courtney?
Oh, you're too kind. I'm doing well. Hello from Deutschland.
Right, so you're still in Germany at the moment. Um,
Actually, no, I moved here actually. So
oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I'm thinking because you obviously did your recent shows in
yeah,
Germany, which I was going to mention. So you had Headbangers Open Air as one of them, didn't you? Um,
yeah.
so and Schlichtenfest, I think.
Schlichtenfest. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible with the
Schlichten,
language.
yeah. My German is pretty bad, so apologies to me
Mine
not
too.
mentioning this. Uh, so I did wonder, how those went, and I wanted to ask because obviously last week at the time we're recording this, we lost an icon of rock and metal, one if not the biggest icon really, Ozzy Osbourne. So I wondered how maybe that affected those shows in Germany recently.
Yeah, it was definitely heavy. And when the news broke here in Germany, I was actually walking into an interview, and the person interviewing me didn't hear about it yet, and then he was going on and on because he's a huge Ozzy Black Sabbath fan about the Burning Witches cover of Shot in the Dark. And then I didn't have much to say because obviously just getting over crying because it was so heavy, the news. And he was very confused, and he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Well, Ozzy just passed. It's all over the news," and like he froze.
Oh wow. Yeah,
And
that would make me
it,
freeze.
it was he could barely continue on with the interview because I'm like, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But and then going into the shows, I mean, it's been on everyone's mind. It's just, obviously on social media, everyone's talking about it. And for me, I wrote Ozzy on my knuckles going on stage, just anything I could do just for the music that he gave us all, and the life that he lived. I mean, he lived like no one else.
mm, yeah,
So the epitome of a true rock star,
yeah,
and then
absolutely.
the family side of it, was so crushing, seeing the funeral processions and just seeing Sharon breaking down and obviously the children breaking down. It's still rough. And I remember waking up the next day after the news. It was a very weird feeling waking up in a world without him. And it's really hard to find the words to describe that kind of thing. But it's just, I think life for musicians has definitely changed. All of us. Doesn't matter which genre. I mean, I've seen from Rod Stewart to Oasis, so, just everyone across, all genres of music paying their respects
Yeah,
to the legacy that man left behind. Gone and obviously gone, but never forgotten.
yeah, totally. I mean, he was definitely his own person and personality, and
Yeah.
he'll never be. I think I said in a
Humor,
video that
everything. Like,
I did. No one will ever be able to be like him. He
no,
again. I mean, he
one
was.
of a kind.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so we're here, of course, to talk quite a bit about your upcoming sixth studio album, or Burning Witch's sixth studio album, Inquisition.
Yes.
And this is your sort of first, I don't know how to call it, like your full-time album really with the band, isn't
Yeah.
it? You did play a bit on Dark Tower, on three tracks, I think, on that record.
Yeah, for the digital release. When I stepped in, the album was already pressed. So I redid three songs for the digital release, and that was Unleash the Beast, World on Fire, and Tomorrow, which was the ballad. But going back in time, I actually did a guest solo on their Hexenhammer record on a song, Maiden of Steel. So there's a lot of history between me and the girls.
Awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Yeah, yeah. I love Hexenhammer. That is an absolutely amazing record. So is there a sort of a sense of anticipation about this upcoming release within the camp at the moment? Are you all sort of feeling a lot of excitement about it?
Yeah, because the making of the album and recording it, we got it done very, very fast because we were so excited to be back in the studio. So we've been sitting on this, album that we're so proud of. So it's like seeing that light at the end of the tunnel with it being finally released because we just want everyone to hear it because we're so proud of it. We just put our hearts into it, and we can't wait to see the reactions to it because we're very proud of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've had the privilege of having promo sent to me, so I've been able to check out the album, and I've been really enjoying spinning it during the week and getting into it. And yeah, I've pre-ordered it as well, so it's on its way as a hard copy too. I'm very much a CD person, so I've ordered the CD. So how do you come up with your guitar parts on the album? Then I'm just interested because I guess it's different for different guitarists and different bands. Do you jam with the band and come up with your parts that way? You know, in my mind, I love to think that's the way it all kind of develops. Or is it more you're more remote and you get sent, recordings or tracks and you sort of
Um,
nail into those?
I wish it was that for me, but obviously I live in Germany and they're out of Switzerland, singers in the Netherlands, so it's kind of tough to always,
Yeah, yeah,
jump on a flight. But I know Jay, bass, Lala, drummer, and Romana, other guitarists, they get together quite frequently to jam stuff.
cool.
But guitar wise, and this is why I'm so thankful for the advancement of technology, it's a lot of sending riffs back and forth or singing into the phone to each other. And
Awesome.
then Ramon takes everything and puts the song together. Then I come back and then do all the leads and harmonies. We all just mesh together so well that it doesn't matter if we're in the same room or not. And then, we get to the studio and magic happens, no pun intended.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And do you have a song on this record that you're particularly pleased with how it came out, with your part in particular, maybe?
I would say the ballad because that was chord progression and melody line I wrote way back in high school that I'd been sitting on for years.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My heart was broken, you know, and to finally be able to use that because we were talking about okay, we have to do a ballad, and I'm like going through like all the old files and from I think I originally wrote it on my phone. It was just so nice to finally use it because my previous band I was just doing Iron Maiden covers, a tribute band. So it was finally for my creative output to put this to use, and I'm really really proud of it. And then even listening back to it now, every time I hear my solo come, I cry because I remember exactly where I was, and for
Oh,
me it's a grieving of every time my heart has been broken. You can even with the lyrics, you could tell,
yeah.
it's about. And I even just say my first time having my heart broken, it was pretty much every time I had my heart broken. So it was a kind of putting that all behind me with that song.
Interesting. Yeah. So when that gets performed live, you're going to have to hold yourself together
Oh,
with that.
oh, oh, yes. I'm that person. Even playing the ballad off of Dark Tower Tomorrow, I'm always crying. I'm the crier in the band.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So another thing I was interested in was based on that. Um, this album to me, actually not based on the ballad so much, but it's quite a thrashy record. It's maybe a little darker, maybe a little like yeah, it's perhaps even slightly slower tempo than some of the previous Burning
Yeah,
Witches album.
for
It's
sure.
kind of very thick, got a thick sound, got a thick, heavy sound. How's is that to tie in with this kind of Inquisition theme? Was that a conscious decision?
Um, uh, my opinion on that, no. Like, I mean, we had our themes and stuff, but we just try to, we don't think of like, okay, we have to have a song that sounds like this or a song that has
Yeah.
to sound like that. We just take the best riffs, Romano puts them into a song, and we just try to, put out songs that, first of all, we are proud of and love. And then, it's up to the audience to have their opinion on it. But yeah, it sounds heavier. I hear that too, but there was no conscious like, okay, this has to be heavier. Just with any band, you just want to progress with each album and you just do the best you can.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, so before I hit record, I was talking to you about this a little bit. Um, I wonder if you've now decided what's
Oh,
your
yeah.
all-time favorite guitar solo?
Oh. Man, all right. One that always gets me, even live, and I'm always, the person that being stared at anytime I go to see King Diamond live. Why are you crying? The solo in Black Horseman. Towards the end, everything and it's just how the build and I cry every time, and then the harmony come in.
I don't know that one. Oh, how do I not know that one? I should know that one, I'm
And that's
sure.
on
Um,
Abigail. And yeah, every time I hear it live, and I've heard it many times live, I'm a mess.
yeah.
It's just so powerful. Just All right, next one. I would
It's
say
it's all right if you can only think of one. That's
John Sykes
fine.
solo on Thunder and Lightning from Lizzie.
Oh
Always
yeah. Oh, I
that
love
whole
that.
record. He is
Yeah.
just. I mean, he's one of my favorite players, John Sykes. I mean, rest in
Yeah.
peace. That was also hard news when he went.
When he went,
Um,
yeah.
and I would say Judas Priest, Ram It Down.
Good one. Yeah.
I think
There
what
are
I
so
know.
many, aren't there? Yeah.
And then all of mine. Just kidding.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. I mean that was three, but I gotta throw another one out there. Uh, I would say Iron Maiden, Sea of Madness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's
Yeah,
a
I always like
one
the
last.
deep cuts. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can go on and on and on. So that's why I was really scared of that question.
Oh yeah. So many brilliant maiden solos in that 80s period.
Oh yeah,
The
and
one on Naked
I was
Cult.
Adrian in the band, so I had the best job,
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, in your time in Iron Maidens, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 14 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
fine.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, you've been with Burning Witches now for a couple of years, right? So you're getting used to touring with them and everything. Is there one of you that's the kind of the craziest in the band, the wild one when you go on tour, or are you all pretty civil?
The thing about that, the time of day, because we're all it's just bad mad. It depends if people are drinking or not, but we all have different personalities. But when it comes to humor and tour pranks and just hanging out, yeah, that we're all absolutely mad. I mean, that's just another great part because we'll play the show and then we go out in the crowd and we just have a good time. But and thank God for cell phones because when you have that early 4 a.m. lobby call, you just see your photo folder to see what you got up to because we're always filming each other just laughing. But we just get along so well, and it's just you just never know what's going to come out of each other's mouth or what's going to happen. But we're always safe, though. I'll put it that
Sounds like
way.
Burning Witches tour is a fun time. Sounds like a fun
Oh,
time.
it's a very, very, very fun time.
So yeah, I mean, you've got the tour in. I know your next tour is effectively now is the 2026 one with Hammer King, isn't it?
Yep.
Witches and Kings. So obviously you're presumably looking forward to that. That's in a few months' time, isn't it? I think it's early next year.
Yeah, I believe that starts in January. But yeah, we were supposed to be heading to the States in a
Mm.
couple of weeks, but that got postponed, which is very unfortunate. But bands trying to obtain visas, work visas right now is very, very complicated. So,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next we will be trying to fill some of the lost time going to some countries. I'm not allowed to say yet, so I apologize.
Oh,
But
that's fine.
next confirmed one is the tour with Hammer King, and we're really excited about it. It's a very lengthy one too. So, and I just love being out on the road on a bus and just hanging out. So I'm really excited.
Great stuff. Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed you might pop along to the UK at some stage, hopefully without sort of, all the kind of visa type issues
Yeah,
and
I know.
getting over here.
The dreaded
Customs
the
and all
B
that kind of.
word, the bricks word.
Yeah, yeah, the B word. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't have to say that. We don't have to say that here. It's fine. Um, and yeah, and just to say, thanks so much for giving up a block of your time to
Pleasure's all
come on
mine.
this
Thank
chillable
you.
corner of the wonderful and weird YouTube metal community and all that that entails. And yeah, thanks for giving me a bit of your time this evening, Courtney. I really appreciate it. And everybody do go and check out Inquisition. Make sure you get those pre-orders in. It's a great album. Do get those pre-orders in as soon as possible. So yeah, thank you very much, Courtney.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much.
And thanks everyone for watching. Do drop a like and a sub to the Green Man channel. And until next time, from me and Courtney, it's bye for now.